Jade Kawamotat will kick us off with first serve. Playing alongside Andrea Koop. We'll intro them in just a moment. Big backhands for Etta Wright to start.
Yeah, one with two hands and finishing with one. Love to see that from Etta.
0-0-1.
Two-handed backhand has become more prevalent in her game.
Great finish for Andrea Koop, former standout tennis player out of UCLA, national champion, also a lawyer by profession. I love mentioning that because I think it's so impressive to balance such a prestigious career.
Point.
Deep for Koop and on the fly, and Dizon and Wright on the board first.
1-0-2. Out.
Nice work from Jade Kawamoto, and this pairing, there's a lot to like with Andrea and Jade. Andrea likes playing the left, but it's nice to have that lefty support in the middle, and you don't have to take quite as much court when you're paired up with a left-hander.
Dizon has a hammer on the left side of the court as well. Bit of a side switch here for Dizon and Wright. Typically we see Etta Wright on the left. Oh, unfortunate let cord for Koop. Etta Wright will take the break.
Okay, ladies, we're playing right here early on. Very solid point from everyone. Speed ups, Dizon throwing in a lob. And to touch on what you said, Michelle, about the alignment, I've seen everything from Etta and Meghan Dizon. I've seen full stack with Etta on the left. I've seen a half stack, and I've seen them play straight up in the last couple months.
Why do you think that might be?
I think they're just kind of tweaking and trying to figure out what works perfectly for them. So, I mean, I know that I've called their matches with Dave Fleming before, and we have decided that we do like Etta on the left a little bit more. But they'll figure it out.
Oh, let cord given right back.
Yeah, see, it evens out, Michelle. Come on, and sometimes it takes a while to even out. Sometimes it happens right away.
Put away for Meghan Dizon, who, by the way, is top 4 in the PPA Tour rank for women's doubles.
0-1-2.
Just wide on the backhand reach for Meghan Dizon.
Yeah, and that's not surprising with that ranking, as this team especially seems to always run deep, quarterfinals, semifinals, and championship Sundays. That's a big factor with those ranking points, is to avoid those early losses. So sometimes when you have a team that makes those deep runs but is a little more volatile and has the early round losses, that can affect the point situation. Jade looking for the rip in the midcourt, and that was a fine time to do it as that ball sat up shoulder level. Yeah, nice control of the kitchen line there from Etta Wright, forcing Koop and Kawamoto to backpedal throughout the latter stages at that point. Nice early speed ups too for Meghan Dizon on a couple occasions early in this game.
Second serve.
That's a great look. I think Meghan might have lost it a little bit. She mouthed something after that phenomenal drive from Etta Wright, and Dizon was in the perfect court positioning to do some damage there. Two-handed backhand, one of her favorite weapons. So I expect her to if she gets that ball again, to put it down. Etta blew a tire, just tying the shoes real fast.
Oh, another let cord.
Point.
But I like that either way. Of course, the let cord made it a clean winner, but that was a dead dink from her opponents, and Etta, that ball sat up right around waist level, and I think that is a good ball to try to be offensive with.
Side out.
To go into that two-hander multiple times early in this game. Mixed results, but I kind of seen her going to that at a higher frequency than I've seen previously.
The lefty goes just a bit wide off the let cord tape. Jade Kawamoto.
Excuse me, second serve.
Those, you will see a lot of inside-out lefty forehands. I've said this before. I don't know what it is with lefties. There's a couple fellas too. We just saw one of them, Pablo Tejas. So the deception of the lefty inside-out forehand to the middle and all the way inside out, it just gives players fits.
Point.
We'll label that one a little ambitious for Meghan Dizon on the two-handed backhand speed up. She kind of threw her hands up in the air after it hit the net, knowing that was probably one she just puts back over soft.
Again, the two-hander from Etta Wright, so much power.
Yeah, really good stuff. There's been a handful of points early on where after initial speed-ups and counters that Andrea Koop and Jade Kawamoto have been pushed well off of the kitchen line. That could definitely become an issue if that continues to happen.
Left side Etta, right side Etta, take your pick.
Yeah, that's right. That was single file right there, I formation, and Etta Wright just couldn't keep the ball away from her. Nice put away power. That's great stuff from Etta Wright. Nice little jab step to the middle of the court. Really just been moving so well the last couple times I've seen her play, and also pulls the paddle back and lets it go out. Not easy to do when you're engaged.
Down to the feet of Andrea Koop goes Meghan Dizon.
Yeah, looks like we're going to have a half-stack situation with Andrea Koop and Jade Kawamoto not wanting to unwind, which makes a lot of sense given the third shot power of Dizon and Wright. Uh-oh, we had a miscommunication on that one.
Timeout receiver.
Ladies in pink having a little
Time in.
And for Meghan Dizon, it's right here in
7-3-1.
Salt Lake City. Chat with Meghan Dizon and some of her friends ahead of this match.
nice.
In.
Yeah, nice scrappy defense there, though, from Andrea Koop and Jade Kawamoto. As Dizon and Wright were in a pretty solid position after Meghan Dizon handled that initial speed up from Andrea. Very close on the first volley from Jade Kawamoto, and it looks like after not unwinding the stack that Kawamoto and Koop will start to do that and stay in their respective positions, with Koop on the left and Jade on the right, and 2 awkward swings on the backhand side from Etta. One defending an overhead, and this time just a standard return.
7-1. Point.
All right, what a timeout. Solid stuff from Kawamoto and Koop coming out of it.
Second serve.
That's a tough miss from Andrea. Not known for going big on her serve. So
Smirk for her after that one, too.
it happens. It just happens.
Hey, the altitude. Almost a mile up here in Salt Lake.
Side out.
That's a good look. I mean, Andrea worked the point and got what she wanted with a shoulder high backhand. And that was going to go down at the feet of Etta Wright, but just missed. Well constructed point from all 4 players. Really good ball movement up at the kitchen.
Second serve.
Dizon will hand the miss back to the other side.
It always hurts to miss the easiest one.
Yes.
You know, handled the 3rd and the 5th, got that 7th shot that she was just walking right into. Missed it.
Nice sneak attack from Jade Kawamoto.
Yeah, that was a great pull from Jade. Kind of in an awkward position, and almost all players are going to play soft in that situation. Completely freezing Etta Wright and Meghan Dizon. Oh, Koop with a pretty sweet combination attempt. I love that up the line initial speed up, and then goes lefty overhead, just missed by a couple inches.
5-7-2. Side out.
Nice pull off the bounce from Meghan Dizon. That's been the best source of offense for the 2 seed throughout game 1.
Hit the bar.
Oh,
Yes, it did. Replay.
Howard's on it. Is that hit
There
the
was
bar? Yes, it did.
silence
Yes.
across the crowd.
Somebody said no, it didn't. He said yes, it did.
That's awesome.
7-5-1.
Calm down. Yes, it did. Oh, nice. Jade. Come up with some wild attacks on her side.
Inside out backhand right up the line. Not easy to put a clean ball past Etta Wright from that position, but Jade pulls it off.
Oh, my. Another one.
Side out.
Yeah, the slice. Clipping of the tape and a little backspin on the ball is a lot to overcome for anyone. The only real way to get out of that is hope it hits the bar. Oh my goodness, we see.
No
it
way.
again. It's happened 3 times in the last 4 or 5 points.
5-7-1.
It's unbelievable.
My goodness gracious, what's going on? That one with topspin.
I think
But
we're setting a record.
Yeah, all Koop can do is chuckle over to
5-7.
Jade and serve it up again.
Point.
Yeah, good stuff from Jade Kawamoto. And I've talked about them getting pushed off the kitchen line
Yeah.
multiple times, but they're so good in the midcourt. So it's kind of one of those things where you don't want to be pushed off the line too often, but if two players can get out of that situation, it's Koop and Jade.
It's a nice
Side out.
knifing volley from Meghan Dizon.
Yeah, actually a ball that she possibly could have sped up. And
Yeah.
She went with the carve on the backhand side and
7
did
to 1.
catch the line as well. So good spin and contacting the line. That's a lot.
Second serve. Seven, 6-2. Point.
I actually thought that Andrea Koop was going to send it on that first ball. She waits one extra shot. And nice counters from her opponents.
8-6-2.
Right, another hot potato.
Foot fault.
Such a good setup from Dizon, and a foot fault called on Etta Wright.
Yeah, Jade, I mean, you don't want to do a bailout lob very often, but Jade had no shot. She had to throw that one up in the air, and to get a foot fault from that position is a huge point for her team.
Second serve.
Tough miss from Jade. She's been looking to find the middle of the court with that backhand dink up at the kitchen line. Couldn't find that one. Yeah,
He played.
yeah, I mean, just beautiful midcourt play from Koop and Kawamoto, but a nice job of Dizon and Wright of not overhitting, just staying in control.
Second serve.
Little hop from Etta after she missed that ball. It's a great situation as both her and Meghan Dizon were moving forward.
Etta Wright again to close. 3-point gap now on the side of the 2 seat.
Yeah, talking about moving forward. That
Yeah.
was a great initial two-handed backhand from Dizon, and it was all Etta Wright to finish the point.
9-6-2.
Etta Wright has a lot of friends and family in the crowd as well.
Side out.
Nice put away power from Jade Kawamoto, and also finding the feet of Meghan Dizon. It's a wonderful combination of placement and power.
She's so good at that.
Yeah, she really is.
She's got that sneaky killer instinct too. Does Jade Kawamoto.
Yeah, a lot of precision in her game.
6-9-1. Second serve.
little more precision on that last third shot drive.
Side out.
So two tough ones there, one third shot and then a fifth shot. I don't question either decision, just have to find a way to put it in play. Both balls sat up for her.
9-6-1.
Too good from Andrea Koop down the line, accepting the challenge with Meghan Dizon.
That initial exchange was weathered from Dizon and Wright, so a nice work from Koop to stay resilient and find a way to jam up Meghan on that last shot.
Side out.
Love that combination from a right-handed player on the left side. Started up with the two-handed backhand and finish with the forehand. Good stuff.
Oh. Wow, and a bit of off speed was what initiated the pop-up chance for Etta Wright.
Yeah, great stuff. More good mid-court play. And really, back in the day, you almost always dropped from the mid-court, but you're seeing more and more with the skill of these players and the paddle technology that you can rip some hard and low as well in some of those situations. So a blend of dropping the ball and ripping the ball hard and low seems to be best right now with the way the game sits.
Oh, Jade Kawamoto sneaks one into the corner.
Yeah, it's a great word. It was very sneaky. So yeah, mid-paced on that initial speed up and not hit very hard at all on that last inside out lefty forehand, but Etta Wright was befuddled. Yeah, Andrea Koop got stuck. She was not sure if she should try to take that ball out of the air or let it bounce and retreat.
9-7-1.
And that is the cardinal sin of pickleball, changing your mind. You have to make that decision quickly.
Second serve. Nine, 7-2. Point.
Game point.
Game
Meghan
point.
Dizon and Etta Wright.
Yeah, tough way for Koop and Kawamoto for their opponents to earn that game point as that dink skidded off the line.
Side out.
that was gonna be some trouble for Andrea Koop, who was on the full move, but Etta Wright couldn't quite come up with the third shot drive.
Nice. Etta Wright will punish anything above the waist.
Yeah, she was just sitting there, loaded up with the forehand side in the middle,
10-2.
and Andrea gave her just what she was hoping to get.
close, just back for Andrea Koop. And game point number 2 for Dizon and Wright.
Game point. Ten 7-1. Second serve.
I mean, the net's always a pretty big factor, but it is really playing some games with these players on court right now.
Game point number 3. Skew in the middle. Oh, Andrea Koop was on it. Couldn't make it though. 11-7 finish. Meghan Dizon and Etta Wright take the first.
Yeah, pretty.
Tournaments are a fun and exciting way to grow your game. Connect with other players and stay active in the welcoming pickleball community. Whether you're a seasoned player or looking to try your first tournament, we have a place for you.
Here in Utah, beautiful grounds, great city. You got it all, nature, good food. Altitude, which means fast play for us. We appreciate it. Oh my, wouldn't you know? Game 2 starts on a let court. Right on theme.
Point.
And during that break, pretty solid conversation between Jade Kawamoto and Andrea Koop. They have a great rapport and connection on court and off court. So hopefully they figure some things out and force a game 3. A good way to start is to control the kitchen line and keep Meghan Dizon at the baseline.
Game 3s have been the trend here on
0-1-1.
championship courts.
Point.
I could watch that lefty put away relatively slow up the middle from Jade Kawamoto all day. It's so good.
1-1-1.
Women's doubles teams advance to the semifinal. The 1 seed Anna Bright, Rachel Rohrabacher, and the 9 seed Georgia Johnson and Mari Humberg. Check out Liz Jones and Callie Smith in the draw.
So
Second serve.
Elise and Callie going down. The Utah fans really need Meghan Dizon and Etta Wright to step up right here.
1-1-2.
Good, off to a good start.
Would have been an all Utah semifinal if these two can advance through. Nice.
Point.
Yeah, not the spot to go there for Meghan Dizon. More quality mid-court play from Koop and Kawamoto. And this is the start they were hoping for, and they're looking for more.
2-1.
Ball is on their paddle.
Right out.
Her finish from Etta Wright, and her fan base goes wild.
1-2-1. Second serve.
Andrea, thanks, Etta, for missing that one.
Yeah, that's not really what you
1-2.
want to hear from your opponent after you miss a fairly easy poach attempt. Nice speed up. Meghan Dizon has been doing some damage off of dead dinks. So the dead dink, it's not attackable. It lands relatively short into the kitchen, but it sits up enough. And we always talk about the paddle technology. So sometimes your dink can actually be too good.
Side out.
And a little late right there. You'll also hear an opponent from time to time say thank you when you hit an out ball.
Yeah.
That's not something you want to hear either. So you just don't want to hear your opponent say thank you. It's not something that really sits well.
Second serve.
Andrea just kind of throws her head up and smiles. Pretty standard dink up the line, out of the air.
Side out.
Yeah, nice work from Etta Wright to get that all the way cross court into the body of Koop. If you're just a hair late
2-2-1.
on that particular shot and you leave it in the middle, that's going to be right in Andrea Koop's strike zone.
Reset from Etta Wright. Oh, couldn't get there though. Nice play by Andrea Koop.
Oh yeah, that's she missed the first lefty overhead. She makes that one. Really nice sustained pressure from Andrea Koop. And even as Dizon and Wright worked their way back forward, Andrea found a great speed up.
Looking for
Oh, we found it.
ball,
Let's
and
go.
and found. Thanks to a great fan in the stands here at the Salts Palace. Great venue for us. High ceilings, a lot of space. Might get lost finding the parking lot, but that's about it. It's on the downside.
Yeah, day 3, I found my footing. I was lost days 1 and 2. So today was smooth sailing. I mapped out my route and made it here. But I mean, I would like to know the square footage on this place. It's massive.
Point.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't see that.
That was an out call by Andrea Koop. Meghan Dizon looking for clarification, and you got clarification on the square footage, sir.
Yeah, 987,000 square feet.
Thank you, producer Jordan
Ooh,
Maynard.
good.
Working hard
Yeah, good work.
behind the scenes.
You can challenge it.
Yeah, we're still
Every
chatting.
timeout, we have a challenge of
Yeah.
the out call. The out call puts it.
Live, I thought I saw it long as well, but we will
Video review.
take a closer look.
After review, the out call is overturned. The ball was in.
Good
2 timeouts
challenge.
remaining. 2 timeouts remaining. We will proceed at 2-2-2, serving here.
So 2-2-2 is the score. Second server now for Koop and Kawamoto. And a successful challenge for Meghan Dizon and Etta Wright.
Time in. 2-2-2. Point. Three, 2-2.
Deep for Dizon.
Point.
Yeah, great eye from Jade Kawamoto, who was locked and loaded to crack that counter. Nice paddle pullback.
4-2-2.
All a good foot out.
Side out.
Too much Etta Wright from the kitchen.
Yeah, nice power play. And Meghan, again, anything that's sitting up at all, whether it's a drop or a dink, especially on the forehand side, Meghan Dizon is letting it fly.
Second serve.
Perfect spot up the middle there for kind of half cross court from Andrea Koop.
2-4-2.
like the idea for Jade Kawamotat.
She was just a little late getting back to the line. She was pushed off the line from a nice topspin dink from Meghan Dizon. The ball was definitely there to be attacked, but Jade's court positioning wasn't quite there. And this is just something that happens when you're playing a very good defensive team. I've talked about the mid-court play throughout this match from Jade Kawamotat and Andrea Koop, and that's just an overhit from Etta Wright. I think if, you know, less balls were coming back in play, she probably would have been more controlled with that swing.
Nice play by Andrea Koop. Cross-court attack on Dizon.
Yeah, she's one of the better cross-court attackers out there. And again, keeping it out of the strike zone is so important when you are going to hit that cross-court ball. Going full body can often be the best play.
Why is it that Koop's more successful at that? Because typically you'd think of a cross-court spin as a little more risky.
It's just kind of a natural inclination.
6-3-1.
Like they're supposed to win that point.
Yeah.
That is just fantastic scrappy defense from Jade Kawamotat and Andrea Koop.
7-3-1.
And the frustration is building, especially when you play a team like that. I remember back in my playing days when you're playing a team that just, you feel like you're in control of these points and then they get back to neutral or possibly win it. It's just so frustrating.
That's from Etta Wright, and a 9-3 lead now for Koop and Kawamotat.
9-3-1.
Missed again. I think that was like a 17th shot drop for Kawamotat and Koop, and they somehow worked their way up to the kitchen line, playing fantastic.
Game point for Koop and Kawamotat. Dizon's going down swinging.
That's right. A little minor eruption from the crowd there, letting the Utah ladies know that they're behind them and pulling for them.
3-2.
Game point number 2 for Koop and Kawamotat. For Koop.
You said going down swinging. She hasn't gone down yet, but those last two have been ripped pretty good from Meghan. You know, you kind of get to that whatever part of the match. Just smack it.
Second serve. Three, 10-2. Point.
That's another. Try to gain some ground, down 6 for Dizon and Etta Wright.
Side out. Game point.
Etta Wright she is stoic out there. Good, bad, ugly, doesn't matter. She holds her demeanor.
About that. Goodness, there's the defense again. Through the middle. That drops fine. That's the ball that drops,
yeah,
really?
One of the slowest shots of the entire rally.
Game point.
And no paddle there.
10-4-2.
Point number 4, though. Cord will assist another side out. 4 game points saved for Dizon and Etta Wright. What will they do with it?
We're still going. I mean, you talked about the theme of the day. The theme of the match was the net earlier, but the theme of the day is long games and splitting. So we'll see.
Okay, 1 more point for Dizon and Wright. They can continue to persevere through the defense of Koop and Kawamotat. It inside out. Pulls within 4. A little bit of scoreboard pressure inching in.
Definitely. It's never easy out here. Just such a commanding position for Kawamoto and Koop just minutes ago, and now the creep is on.
Meghan going to get a hold of it. Great spot for Jade Kawamoto.
Yeah, nice hit from Jade on the two-handed backhand, moving through the court.
6-10-2.
Meghan didn't quite get her paddle underneath that ball.
Side out.
Heavy slice on that backhand deep from Jade Kawamoto, paying dividends.
Game point number 5 for Kawamoto and Koop. Wow. Jade Kawamoto on the attack that time. Andrea Koop to close it out. And game 2 goes in favor of Koop and Kawamoto, 11-6 to a third game. We doubles coverage.
Ball
It's
game
been a
3.
long day, a lot of third
Time in.
game situations.
0-0-2.
Third game here, and Jade Kawamoto will start us off with the first serve. Andrea Koop all over the read with the speed up down the line. Beautiful backhand twice. By the way, update from the draw, Jade's sister, twin sister, Jackie Kawamoto, moving on to the semifinal. Other side of the bracket.
Side out.
Much at it right that time, though, and mentioned that scoreline. Jackie Kawamoto and Lucy Kovalova took out the Brasha sisters,
0-1-1.
Adam, by a scoreline 11-4, 11-2 to make it to the semifinals. So they will square off with Anna Bright and Rachel Rohrabacher.
Second serve.
Yeah, 4-2. Wow, that's pretty surprising.
1 spot remains to be claimed in the
0-1-2.
semifinal, and it's the winner of this match right here.
Side out.
Yeah, Meghan showing some frustration there. Kind of half-hearted speed-up attempt. Second guessing herself whether she should go for it. And Andrea Koop makes her pay.
1-0-1. Point.
Yeah, I think with the control of the kitchen line that Etta Wright had going on there. I think Meghan needs to get that two-hander out of the way and let Etta continue to handle those balls in the middle with her forehand.
Second serve.
Big time lean back there from Jade Kawamoto. Quality
0-2.
quality return, but definitely on the back foot for Jade.
Point.
Early for Koop and Kawamoto, this would be devastating
0-2.
for the great state of Utah, as you
Yes.
mentioned. If this is what ends up happening, still world-class pickleball they'll get to watch, but no Utah players for women's.
And,
Right out.
If this holds up,
yeah,
still
no,
early.
still early. Another hometown guy, Tyler Leung, had a tough loss to James Ignatowicz and Matt Wright earlier. So
Went to a third that second game.
0-3-1.
Super close.
Point.
it's a fantastic inside-out forehand from the middle of the court from Etta Wright.
1-3-1.
His hands have been hot, so very nice work to jam her up.
Second serve.
Unforced errors starting to pile up now for Etta Wright and Meghan Dizon. See if they can get one more, possibly
1-3-2.
tie it up before sending the ball back over. I was going to be shocked if they got out of that one. The contact point of that initial first volley from Koop was about 2 feet inside the baseline after a great serve.
Point.
Point to tie it. Dizon and Wright right back in it, 3 apiece.
3-3-2. Point.
Yeah, and that is definitely a product of that previous point where Andrea Koop got stuck close to the baseline after the return. Now she tries to put extra depth on that shot and misses.
Grabs
Right
the
out.
tape and out of bounds it goes for Etta Wright. Looked clean though from the contact, just couldn't clear the tape. Right spot.
I said get 2, possibly tie it up, and they took the lead. So nice little mini run for Dizon and Wright.
Like we get talking about Utah not having a top team in the semis.
Point.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't for a lack of getting low from Etta Wright. 'Cause she had a nice knee bend there, just shot too good from Koop.
Nice, Etta Wright and Meghan Dizon with the close.
Yeah, that's been one of those patterns when it's left to left, Etta and Koop. When Etta really gets a good cross-court dink and Koop
4-4-2.
misdirects her dink up the line, it kind of sets up for Meghan to look for some offense. See if the Utah ladies can find that pattern a bit more.
Good resets
Right out.
for Koop. Couldn't make another though. Tie game continues as the ball rolls back over to Dizon and Wright for 2 serves.
Yeah, just something as simple as finding the feet.
4-4-1.
Sometimes when you hit it too well, the ball is coming to Kawamoto and Koop kind of at the knee or thigh level. That's an easier ball to handle than the one right at the feet.
brings pace, then
Second
sends
serve.
it long. More great defense and blocking from Koop and Kawamoto.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really been a defensive masterclass. I mean, they're playing a very quality power team at 4,200 feet, and they're just weathering the storm over and over again.
4-4-2. Side out.
Just a miss hit there on the third shot drive, and we're still knotted up.
Curious to hear your
4-4-1.
perspective on what you tell a team like Wright and Dizon against a team that just doesn't miss defensively.
Second serve.
And
How do you advise
Yeah,
them?
and I touched on it a bit earlier. Even if it takes 15 shots, you have to play within yourself. You cannot break form. You cannot break your technique and overhit the ball just because they are playing such a good defensive game. There's a solid example of it right there. So, I mean, they have been right on the line, have Etta Wright and Meghan Dizon way more than Koop and Kawamoto. So just play your shots, play solid. You don't have to just push the ball back and play, but you don't have to hit the line with every single one of them either.
Second serve.
Play from Jade Kawamoto.
I remember playing way back in the day, playing Lindsay and Riley Newman.
4-4.
And I would find myself doing the same thing, where I would break form and try to go for too much because they were putting so many balls back in play. When you're in control of the point, just stay in control.
Good from Meghan Dizon, perfectly placed. And a top spin too. Dips this one inside the transition area, right at the feet
5-4-2.
of Jade.
Yeah, there's the feet again. Not always easy to find.
Point. Timeout. Change in.
Questions there, Adam?
6-4-2.
I do not have any. I'm sure it was good stuff, though. Jackie's a student of the game. Smart young lady, and I'm sure she had some uplifting words for her
4-6-1.
sister and Andrea.
Point. Five, 6-1.
Good look from
Second serve.
Jade, trying to turn some defense to offense. And really, Jade and Andrea they've been kind of reacting to what's going on. And a lot of teams, I would say, that you have to worry about just reacting and not dictating play, but I think it's completely fine for them, actually. You never want to be fully passive, but with their specific skill sets, I think kind of just seeing what
6-5-1.
Meghan and Etta give them and going from there is okay.
Wright crashes
Second serve.
on the drive of Dizon.
It's
Maybe
great.
not the opportunity though.
Yeah, great at recognition, though, from Jade Kawamoto. I know that ball was well out, but just seeing the paddle position, knowing that
6-5-2.
Etta's going to go for power, Jade was already bailing out well before Etta even hit that ball. Great recognition.
Play by
Side
Koop
out.
to close it out. Empty trip to the line for Dizon and Wright.
Yeah, that's a big deal, that empty
Yeah.
trip.
No points gained. And a chance to tie it here for Koop and
5,
Kawamoto.
6-1.
Ooh. That was unbelievable from Andrea Koop to set up Jade.
Yeah, that was a nasty cross-court dink on the backhand side from Andrea Koop.
This thing is a BB.
Yeah, it helped that Etta had to play that let cord from the middle of the court, a little late getting back to her spot.
Great awareness from Koop, one of the veterans of the game.
Second serve.
I mean, that was a great point from Meghan, Dizon, and Etta Wright. They played controlled shots when their opponents were back. Jade and Andrea got back up to the kitchen line after some nice offense from them, and they just kind of stuck with it and found a way to win the point after it was neutralized from Jade and Andrea. That's exactly what I was talking about, and about not trying to do too much.
Side out.
And Wright get the ball back in a tie situation here. Let's see what they do with this
6-6-1.
service opportunity.
Second serve.
I think Andrea even passed up an opportunity to attack. Just kind of put that ball back cross court, but the combination
6-6-2.
from Etta Wright, a little too much.
Point.
Yeah, that's incredibly good from Meghan Dizon. I actually like, from the paddle position and the way that Meghan was striking that ball, I actually like the lead from Jade Kawamoto, but to drop it in the corner, it's just perfect.
Such pesky defense from Koop and Kawamoto. Etta Wright had to hit about 10 winners in that sequence.
Oh yeah, and the fans are coming. They're thrilled with that exchange.
Andrea.
And a nice job from Etta to find the middle there.
Etta serving on 8.
Yeah, after a point like that,
Timeout
not shocking.
receiver,
The players don't
8-6-2.
know where to line up.
Yeah.
Time in. 8-6-2.
Dizon right on it, down the line, 9-6 lead.
Yeah, lovely combination from Meghan Dizon. Jade Kawamoto just didn't
9-6-2.
quite get enough on that initial counter. Set up the 1-2 for Meghan.
Wow, Etta Wright earns the pop-up chance, cross court on Koop. Make it a match point for Team Utah.
Match point. 10-6-2.
And a solid third shot drive to close it. 11-6 in game 3. Meghan Dizon and Etta Wright, they're moving on to the semifinal, and the fans are on their feet for Team